Okay, this is my unboxing of the ELEGOO MARS LCD 3D printer. Gotta have a drink when you're opening this. This is the UK version, and I bought this from Amazon. It came next day delivery, which is pretty good. Just cutting it open here. Did actually lose the audio of this, so bear with me. So yeah, I opted to get the black and red. There's also silver with an orange top, which I preferred this one, but it was a little bit more expensive. Here we've got the toolkit. As you can see, it's the UK version, so it will have a UK plug in it. We've got a scraper which is sharpened at the edge to get the prints off the build plate. This adapter, as you can see, is a little bit different from what others I've seen in unboxing. Some of them have like a shiny plastic on the top. This one didn't. It's the UK plug. A little tool. You can also use this tool for undoing the left hand side of the screen screws, which helps get the plastic film off. It's got a nice little pair of cutters in there. Flush cutters, I think they're called, or flat cutters. A little bag of tools and a couple of extra screws. These filters are for filtering out your resin in case you've got any bits in the resin after you've been printing. That's a bracket for holding the build plate so it will all drip off. So the resin will all drip off. These masks are just completely useless. I don't know why they give you those masks. USB stick that's got all the stuff on there, plus your test print. And here's the ELEGOO MARS. You see it's nicely protected in some plastic, which I will take off now, and we'll have a good look at it. You can see I've got my laptop set up in the background with my subscriber count. I'm at the big 200 mark. As you can see, it's well wrapped, and that plastic bag that's on top of it will also come in handy for covering it up when it's not in use. It's nicely held in place with foam, so nothing gets damaged in shipping. There's the build plate, which is all metal apart from the handle. And there it is. USB port at the back, along with the on button. Nice bit of cellophane on there to keep it protected. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Monster. I do have Monsters in the background, but that's because I like to drink them. It's a nice little top. Also keeps the smell in when it's printing or not in use. And got an extra subscriber there. And of course, when you get new subscribers, I like to subscribe back, because that's how we build the community. And this one was Millie's Minecraft roleplay adventure, so thanks for that, Millie. I will subscribe back. As you can see, I'm quite happy that I've got 201 subscribers now. Always keep my live count on, although it doesn't go up and down much. And here's the setup. Okay, bring it forward here. This is the tape I was on about, and as you can see, mine peeled off, but usually you can undo these two screws with this tool, and that will get the edge of the plastic that's been caught out. So it's all nice and tidy. Just remember to do those screws back up. Here's my UK plug to get it powered up. I've got an extension lead by the side of me, so I can just plug it in here to show you the setup, and then get it into the place that I want to keep it at to do all my prints. As you can see, it's a really long wire, which is nice. And connect it up. Ports at the back. So the wire's out of the way. It's just a shame the USB port's at the back, but the ELEGOO Mars Pro has it at the side, I think. No, at the front. So it's a nice little touch. Here we go. Zoom you in a bit so you can see what I'm doing. So you've got three icons. This is the setup. So here I'm doing a screen calibration, because a lot of videos I've seen are hard to press, or they need at least a good positive press on the screen for it to register. So light tapping isn't going to work very well, but everything's alright with that. And as you can see, now I've done it, the light taps are working easier. Here, this is where you can set it up. So you raise the build plate up away from the reservoir, so you can get the build plate. Also, you've got the Allen key sort of wrench that come with it. So under this reservoir, you can see the protective film. Just peel that off and reinstall it. Some people put a piece of paper there to level their bed, but that piece of paper might not be the same as the film. So as you can see, raise it up again just so you can get it right under there. Now here's the adjuster screws, and there's the Allen key to adjust it. I'm going to adjust it, loosen it now, rather than it being on the machine. I've seen them fall out and hit the machine. Basically that's because the grub screw isn't at the back. I'm adjusting it now just so I can feel that it's loose. There's the grub screw at the back that holds that ball joint in, and now I can feel it's all loose and it's not going to fall. And then I'll install it onto the machine, tighten it up, get it reasonably straight, and then press home. That will take the plate all the way down to where it's going to be when it starts to make the layers. And once it's down, you do it up, but also hold the build plate down, straighten it up, and then hold it down, then do it up, because sometimes the corner can be up and then your prints won't stick and it'll make a mess. So just hold it down, tighten it up, tighten it up positively with, without stripping the screws, because that's one thing you don't want to do. So you can raise it back up. So here's the USB stick. It's got all your practice rook print on it, and a few other files, but I haven't really done anything with this. As you can see, that's where your build plate will go onto the little rest and drip all the resin off, and then it'll be ready to take off of the build plate. But you do want to get rid of that resin that's on there. As you can see, the screen's nice little screen, easy to use. Literally put your file on there, put it in the back, click print. That will bring up all the folders that you've put on there. The folders that are on there have got like builds on there, but this is the practice piece. The ELEGOO Mars give you the rook, which is a double on mine. As you can see, it gives you a little thumbnail. Let's focus there. A little thumbnail of what you're building, what it's going to look like on the plate, and literally after that you just press play. I haven't put any tape under the build plate. As my subscribers and my channel, please subscribe. My favourite drink, obviously you only drink that if you know you can, because it's an energy drink and not many people like that. Also got a delivery, came just after this unboxing, which is from Amazon again, next day delivery. I ordered them separately because I didn't know that I was going to be buying this actual resin. I did have a few in my basket, but I opted for this one. It was the cheaper one, which also came next day. It's the water washable photopolymer resin, and it's 500 gram, and I got the red only because there was only red available to me on Amazon, and that was like £27, but £32 for next day delivery. Also got a brush. I didn't see anybody else get a brush, and it wasn't mentioned that you get it, but this, as you can see, something's been spilt on it. It's yellow and it's rock hard, so I won't be cleaning any prints off with that. I mean, I could cut that bit off, but you know, Not going to be using it. It comes nicely sealed, and it does say here water washable polymer resin, but also says that it's dangerous to breathe, and they give you these silly masks, which is like something that a surgeon would wear, so it's no good for you whatsoever. And I'll be throwing them in the bin, getting a proper mask. On the side of the bottle here, you see the P and the date, which is production date, and the E for the expiry date. So as you can see here, it only lasts 1 year. So I suppose it goes bad after 1 year, but that's not going to last you a year anyway. Got a few statistics of it. How much the wavelength it needs of the UV light to cure, the hardness, all that good stuff at the back. And yeah, let's get this set up in its position and do the first print. And here we are, it's got it set up. This is where it's going to be living. I will have a box that goes over it with an extractor on it, so I can get rid of the fumes straight out, and that will have a little rub around the bottom to seal it. Here we go, this is the resin. Now you should be using gloves. I did actually forget, and you give it a good shake, get your build ready, click on it, and it'll say the time that it's going to take and everything, and you've got a little play button to press there. I did smell it, which shouldn't do because it says that it's toxic, but curiosity killed the cat. And it does actually stink, even though it's the water washable one, which means you don't need IPA to wash it off. It's literally just a bath, and I used fairy liquid to wash my prints off after printing. Here's the nitrile gloves, which you should have been wearing when you tipped it out. I mean, to be safe, you should wear the gloves, the mask, and some eye protection, because if that splashes, anything falls, that will go on your skin and in your eyes, which is not good, especially if you're near the sun, it will start curing. So now we've pressed play, the build plate's going to come down. Each time it goes down, let's have a closer look at this screen. As it's gone down, and that shows you what layer you're on. Also gives you a little picture of what the layer looks like, which is nice. 1,000 layers to do this, as you can see. 4 hours 7 minutes, and it's on the first layer. This is the Terminator head I made in resin before. As my PC, it's really dusty. As you can see, it needs changing for red liquid, so it matches everything. I'll be buying more of these gloves because I don't want this stuff on my hands whatsoever. Even when you're washing it off, you should still wear the gloves in the water. So now it's done that layer. Each time it does a layer, the build plate will go up and down. When it goes down to do the next one and it starts raising back up, you'll hear almost like a little pop, and that's it peeling off of the build, off the reservoir and onto the build plate, and each time you hear that pop, you know it's working. Okay, this is on the last layer now, and as you can see, my first print is working fine, and here it comes up. It's finished. It took 4 hours and 19 minutes. Actually, that's the last layer. Last layer of 1,000 layers. Here it comes. And you can see there, if the camera will focus, that everything turned out fine. It's all there. That'll be left to drip for a bit. And now we take it over to this where I like to clean it. As you can see, I've got fairy liquid in that bowl there. In the this is a pickle jar with a strainer in it, so it can be moved around. Now to get this off, because it's built on the build plate, it's actually harder to get off, but once you're in Chitu box, you'll be able to add like a raft. As you can see, that nearly stabbed that straight through the table, but that's alright. So that was hard to get off, which it will be, and you might scratch the build plate. I haven't had any scratching on there, even though that come off quite violently. So I give it a clean. Also, what I forgot to do is get a clean, just water to wash it off with. So this is the soapy water washing all the resin off, and I forgot to get the clear water, the clean water, to rinse off all the soap. So I just carried on washing it there. I've got somebody else to get me a glass of water because I've got the gloves on. Don't want to be walking around the house touching anything else. I've also spilt it quite a bit. Off to the side you can see like a little display stand spinning, which I'll be putting on there to cure the prints. So I'm just giving it a check there to make sure it's all washing off, which is really easy to wash off. I didn't use that brush with the sharp bit on it. I'm just a little disappointed about that sharp bit. You would have thought they would have checked that before it got shipped out, but that's alright. I didn't actually know it was going to be in the box. I haven't seen anybody else get one on an unboxing, so it was a little bonus. Some people use ultrasonic cleaners, which I think I'm going to get an ultrasonic cleaner, even though it's just easy just to wash it off, dunking it, but it just takes the time out of washing it when you can just sit there and let it wash off in the ultrasonic cleaner. So somebody's getting me a glass of water now. And this is the box that I made to put it in, and I'll go and put that in position. And here is the box in its place. Put it next to the ELEGOO Mars, but not facing it. here we go, opened up, and literally just place the turntable in there, start spinning, put your prints in there. Now it's up to you how long you leave it for. I just left it there, kept coming back, checking it, making sure it's not tacky anymore and it's hard. And here we go, this is the finished piece, and it did turn out perfect, which I was really happy with. As you can see, I'll just get the camera to focus and then you'll be able to see the writing. Here we go. So yeah, all the writing turned out perfect. The stairs, the little helix in the middle of it, the writing on the outside, and the detail is really good.